I'm not sponsored by Rust-Oleum, but I will say that they have some really good primer in the 1-gallon cans. Happy New Year, everybody. January 2nd, about 12:30 p.m. It's overcast outside. Real slight mist of rain falling. I haven't painted much last year, so I didn't really have a need for the primer. And I opened both of my cans, and I always get that wrong. This can here is just full of acetone, about halfway, for cleaning. God damn it, these lids. Get off there. Just for cleaning and whatnot. And I thought it had paint in it, but I bought this full can of primer at the beginning of last year. All the solids had settled, and then with the help of a propeller and on low, you got to make sure on your drill bit, your drill motor, you go low, otherwise this stuff will come shooting out like a geyser and get all over everything. I've done that a couple times. So I've been mixing it now for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I just wanted to see whether or not I had to go buy a new can of this rusty metal primer. I'm glad I don't have to buy a new one. So we're just going to put the lid back on snugly. And the efforts for today will be to reassemble the engine in some parts. I can see that you guys may not be able to see from the glare. There's a little bit of rust setting in certain areas. Very minimal surface rust, but I want to get this thing back together and get everything into primer, because then I have to attack the compressor, which has been painted red. Ah, God. Just, you know, if you buy something, leave it alone. If it needs to be repaired, fix it. If not, just leave it alone. Anyway. So I have the base of the engine here. I wrapped this tape around the base because the dowel pins just come right out. And of course I had to use Gorilla Tape. That stuff's pretty good. Alright. I have the base gasket. And so I use this stuff. It's like aviation form gasket. It looks like tar, but it is oil soluble, meaning whatever drips down the sides will be absorbed by the oil, and ultimately washed away, and then I can change the oil. Unlike silicone, take it from somebody who's dealt with sealants, construction sealants from 1984 till now. Silicone does not stick to steel. And when it squishes down, you get a worm on the inside, which can, in time, be washed away, go into the oil system, and clog it up. So I don't use silicone on any of my engines. It's a little bit messy. I just shook it up. Now, the boys from Briggs and Stratton back in the day probably did not go this far when it came to initially assembling these engines. I don't know, wasn't there. This doesn't have anywhere near the strength that Loctite has, but it will seal the threads from leaking. And I don't need it, but this is going to be a very clean restoration, so figure I may as well do it right. There's the gasket on there. I need to coat the gasket again, and I'll be back. Alright, so the dowel pins align the engine properly. Have the plunger for the oil pump in place. Everything sounds good there. So here goes the top side of the engine onto the gasket. Things are lined up really well. Not necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't want to turn the engine around just yet. There's I'll show you what the phenolic washer looks like for this other side. And I better put that side down. You see there's a wear ring in the center. So I just lubed that up. I'm going to put that down first. Not lube, moron. Put some gasket sealer on that. And I just daubed a little bit on the top of the washer, and then the rest of this will go on. Got a bunch of tools from the man across the street, well, the family actually. When I moved here, I noticed that one of the Subaru had a license plate on there, prisoner of war, World War II. Well, the family is Filipino, and come to find out, after a few years, the father was a Bataan Death March survivor. Well, they only went about 33 to 35 miles on the march, but all the men that were forced to go were in real rough shape. And he had passed away about 15, 17 years before I got here. It was a real nice family. A lot of folks would show up for an after the 4th of July celebration. And this is one of the many tools that the family gave to me, because I'm always wrenching on junk. And I just cleaned this up on the wire wheel before I got started. And it's nice to use an antique tool on an antique engine. And you know that when they had their parties, I kid you not, probably oh God, 70 people would show up, kids, adults, and all of them would be here because of him. So, because he survived. There's that side, or yep, that end. It's tight. That's tight. And everywhere the gasket sealer squished out, I'm going to clean. Be right back. I thought I had lost the 4 cap screws that hold the ignition plate down. I've put gasket sealer on the gasket there, and I hadn't lost them. They're here. And I realized I don't have any quarter 20 National Fine Thread bolts. So it was necessary for me to get the right ones back in place. It's a little tricky getting this thing back on here because the housing has a bushing in it to help support the crank. Okay, I don't want to cross thread these. Let's try going forward. Dang, that one's lined up. Nope. Alright. Alright, I was able to get them started. They have lock washers on them, so I don't need to go too gorilla tight. Check them with this wrench. torquing things or spinning screws like this with a torque device is pretty good, but you can't really get a proper feel for what's going on without a hand wrench. Couldn't get to that one. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and I'll be back because we're gonna pop one of the seals in on the other side of the crank. And a can of this that I used worked really well. I don't see any issues. And I used a brass toothbrush from our local Chi-Com store, Harbor Freight. So I'm not even going to try to paint this because the paint won't adhere. So you're not going to see it. No one's going to see it anyway because it's going to be behind the flywheel. Ugh. Sometimes I can't feel the threads engage with my left index finger. Oh, this one, there we go. Let's see. Probably isn't correct. But that's not, they don't have to be super tight. Okay, that's pretty much for that side. We're getting close to spraying some primer.